Alright, so as you guys can see, here is the BBIG chart, and as you guys can see, it's basically been trading downwards using this diagonal line as resistance. We'll go over the technical analysis first, then we'll look at the Ortex data, or maybe we'll just jump right into options because the options flow was incredible today. If we go to this daily chart, you guys can see this is the one risk that I actually saw with the technicals. So as you guys can see, it closed under that 25 moving average, and yesterday it closed above that. So closing below the 25-day moving average is just not a great sign, but it was small, and I do think that it could break out of this just based off of the other things that I have seen in this stock. Obviously the volume is also dying down, but that could change. If we go back to this hourly candles, I think what could happen is if this continues to trade sideways. Now, keep in mind that short sellers are going to be very, very careful when it gets to this line because they understand the technical analysis. Same with the algorithmic traders, high frequency traders. But if you can get just a single hourly candle to close above this line, and as you guys can see, market open pretty much correlates with the line. So that's going to be a huge inflection point in this stock. Short sellers are probably going to try to drive it down after hours, but I do see a nice bounce if it does break out of that. And like I have been previously stating in my other videos, I do expect a dead cat bounce on this stock. So even if it does not get back up to $12.49, I do see it getting back to $9 and in the $9 range, and then we can reevaluate this the short squeeze and the momentum. And if we do see some uptick in volume after that, perhaps it could be back on the table. But for now, I'm still maintaining my bearish perspective long term, but I am seeing good things coming, and I do see that there is probably going to be a nice dead cat bounce to some extent here. If we go back into that Ortex data, again, it's nothing new from what we saw last time. Still at around 23%. Cost to borrow is still pretty low. Utilization is still pretty high. Days to cover is still ridiculously low. So I just don't see any type of short squeeze coming out of this stock at this point. Even though there are tons and tons of shorts in this stock, I just don't see it creating a huge price effect. So I'm focusing more on the technicals and the options flow to do an analysis on this stock. Again, I don't really see the fundamentals as well. I do believe that if this was at the fundamental valuation that people were claiming it to be, based off of that Lemotif valuation, based off of their NFT platform, based off of the dividend, I do think it would be a lot higher. So I'm not going to be basing this off of fundamentals. I'm just going to be doing the analysis based off of the options flow. So you can see the options flow into close right here, and it was pretty much entirely bullish. Now this is just a key frame of what we are going to be going over if we extend this premium to maybe $2,000. You can see where bigger money is doing this. You guys can see there's pretty much even there. There's even a bit more bearish people selling some of these call options. You can see huge bets of shorting that 4.5 call option, which is expiring in 2022. And well, that's just a way for market makers to short a stock without actually shorting a stock. So when you see someone short a deep in the money call option, I guess it's not even that deep at 4.5, but it shows that these are all sells. That's crazy. This is just people adding shorts without actually adding short interest. Interesting stuff. However, we do get into this historical flow right here, and you can see again the call option volume has been going down. So obviously a gamma squeeze is not really likely, as if call options are going down in volume, less likely to do a gamma squeeze. It's pretty simple. That's pretty much as is. The put to call ratio is again 0.18. We've seen it around this figure each and every single day, so that is nothing new. And then again, more bearish premium than the amount of put options in there. So people that are bearish are shorting those call options. If we go over here, you guys can see the dark pool flow has also been going down. The price was pretty much correlating with that dark pool, but I wanted to take a look at the 10 biggest option trades that we have seen recently, and these were all from today. They were all around 3 p.m. today. Some of them were later in the day, but as you guys can see, they were pretty much all bullish, and they were, besides for two of them, and we did get as well some alerts. So I also wanted to show you guys Emeren. So this was at close, ultra unusual whale alerts, 15:56. So 4 minutes before close, we got an Emeren $10 call option alert expiring 10:15. So this is quite the YOLO on MRIN, and we talked about this stock earlier today. So check out that video if you haven't already. But it was a $2.7 million bet, and I know this video is not about Emeren, but you just can't ignore these bets. Like, this is a huge bet for a penny stock. That probably represents like 1% of their market cap. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure what their market cap is. But if we scroll down here, there was another bullish bet in the tune of $1 million. And this was also right before close, expiring 10:15. And they were shorting a put option, which is also a bullish strategy. So they think that Emeren or MRIN is going to stay above $10 per share, which is going to be very impressive because that's where MRIN opened at. And like I said in that previous video, I know this video is about BBIG, but in that previous video, I did say that Emeren is like, it trades really weird. It just keeps going up day after day, a bunch. So I can see where that comes from. Obviously, if we keep scrolling down, this is what I wanted to get into, and it was the BBIG call option that we saw. This was 30 minutes before close, and it was a $3.50 strike price, bullish bet. This was actually a free alert from Unusual Whales, so you could have got this alert on your own for free without even subscribing to the service, even though I highly recommend you do subscribe to this service. I will be partnering with them very soon, so we're going to get more information on that. But yeah, it was a $2.5 million bet, call option, expiring 10:15, 3.5 strike price. That is very good. And we also saw, again, the flow today, all the big bets, given it was all floor trades, but still very bullish bets in BBIG. And just taking a look at some of the past alerts for BBIG, this one has $2.5 million worth of daily volume, right? The other ones are all pretty much under $1 million. If we scroll back, pretty much all under $1 million. If we have to go back all the way to 9/9, and if we go look at this chart on 9/9, it was a completely different story back then. I mean, this thing was trading. There was a bounce on 9/9, and it was close to its all-time high. So that's where these other big bullish bets come in. 1.6 back here on 9/8, 1.2 on 9/7. So you're starting to get the point here. A big bet such as $2.6 million is very big, and it's on the bullish side. And like I said, I do expect a bit of a dead cat bounce before it sells off even more. So I do think there is money to be made in the upcoming trading days, especially if this does break out of this technical resistance pattern. And just to show you guys that this technical resistance diagonal line thing is not BS, we're taking a look at AMC right here. It had a very similar type of breakout as soon as there was a close above this this line. And these are daily candlesticks, given we were looking at hourly candlesticks for BBIG. There was a huge pump from about $37 a share all the way to $48 a share in a single day, which is a huge gain. And we can definitely see something similar to that in BBIG if it does break out. But again, we did see that it did close below that 25 moving average, which is always a risk, and continue to see how there is likely going to be some bullish momentum as soon as we get a clear breakout of that resistance. Anyways, guys, technical analysis is not the end all be all. It's more so a measurement of probability, and I'm mostly basing my judgments based off of those unusual whale callouts. I mean, whale buyers of big bucks, typically they're not going to be risking $2.6 million for no reason. So I will be basing that momentum off of that, but I also see the technical side of things as well. So I have been saying that there should be a dead cat bounce at some point. The first time that I said that BBIG might go down even more was around $8.50 per share, and now it's at $6.50 per share. So it has gone down a significant portion since I have talked about it. So I do expect there to be at least some type of recovery before it goes down more. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This isn't financial advice. If I saw those alerts at close, I probably would have played them. But since I didn't get that, I'm not going to play them. I'm not going to buy shares. I'm just going to see how this one goes out and see if my predictions do make sense. That MRIN one, I know this isn't the video for it, but MRIN, those looked very juicy, so I'm expecting big things from MRIN tomorrow. BBIG, I also expect to break out as well. And ATER has been running as well. That's one we have been paying attention to as well. We've been talking about all of these stocks throughout the trading day in live real time on my Discord. I also do tweets now. It's Hoop Money, just like this, but it has a Y and a T at the end, like it's YouTube. So check out my my Twitter as well, and the Discord. Discord's that first link in the description. Very helpful. It's a great community, and I'm in there almost 20. I'm almost always on call in Discord. So if you ever have a question, you can just @ me in Discord, and I can respond to you there. It's probably better than putting a comment on this post, so definitely check that out. Join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and if you guys are new here, check out that link, first pinned comment, to sign up for public. You get up to $70 in free stock as long as you deposit $1 on their platform, so it's basically free money, and you can check out a nice innovative brokerage on your iPhone that's not going to sell your trading data or do any sketchy things like Robinhood. So I highly recommend you check out Public if you have not already. And that's about it for the video. I'm excited to see what happens with BBIG, expecting that dead cat bounce, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.